Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Warped, a completely unnecessary Star Trek podcast, where we do unasked-for audio commentary of Star Trek episodes. Here are your hosts, Sean.
Get me to my regular doctor. They're familiar with my weird, things.
Matt.
It's completely bonkers, and I didn't understand what was happening like 80% of the time, but I loved it.
Jake.
His abs unfurled.
Philippe.
I don't have honor! What's the point? I want to live and sing and dance.
Erin.
This show is so good, we're just like watching it.
Min Win.
Would you fuck, marry, or kill me?
All of that.
I would do all three. All three in that order.
And May.
Dear Diary, I kissed an android today, and he told me he felt nothing.
Make it so.
It's a small but mighty crew this week.
Jake, we miss you.
All right, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
we miss you, Jake.
Yeah.
We miss you, Jake.
I don't know. Sean was able to do the mechanical.
And we miss you, man.
Oh, yeah. I guess we found out your job was a lot easier than people thought.
We're gonna replace Sean with AI.
That's right.
So.
It's just a matter of time.
Chatbot.
Oh, it couldn't come fast enough.
For Sean.
It's
I'm
replace all of us, please.
What are we doing today, Matt?
We are watching Star Trek The Next Generation. It is season 5. It is episode 14. It is called Conundrum.
Ah, it's a good one.
It's a conundrum, you guys.
It is.
It's a puzzle episode.
It is a real Star Trek-y puzzle episode. I love it so much.
My favorite kind of episode.
It is, that's your brand.
Yeah.
You're in the high concept sci-fi episodes. Yeah. This is another one that makes no sense if you think too hard about it.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that later. There's 45 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock, and I am punching the square. No, the X. It's the X. 3, 2, 1.
Punch a triangle.
He means on the controller. It's complicated. It's a conundrum.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
I rewinded. There we go.
All right.
It's already. Captain's log.
Yeah. It's one of the, I mean, I don't remember too much about it, but from the snippet, I do recall.
It is a classic sci-fi mindfuck Star Trek episode where they're just, what happened? Something happened to us. What happened to us?
Yeah.
That's the entire episode.
It's like we all have lizard tails.
And those are great when they do those.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
are we all living in the wrong universe? When they do one of those.
yeah.
Yeah.
This one's like that. Deanna is surprisingly good at 3D chess.
She beats Data.
She does.
You would think Data would be pretty good.
Yeah.
He would.
In the modern...
I also don't think that chess works the way that Deanna describes it.
Yeah.
Because Deanna's like, intuition is sometimes more important than math. But I don't really think that's true about chess,
No,
is it? Chess is really math.
It's a mathematical solvable problem. Enough computing.
I can barely play chess.
I mean, the best computers now can beat the best humans now, so it's a sad commentary on Data's ability to play chess. It's
Sure.
clearly not a priority.
What I love about this little scene is I like Deanna and Data as a duo, and I also like that the bet that they have with each other is that if she beats him, he has to make her her favorite cocktail.
Right. Yeah.
So he's going to go behind the bar to make the cocktail.
That's a good bet.
Mm-hmm.
Which is apparently a very difficult cocktail to make.
It looks like
only
it
Data
would be
makes it right.
difficult. Because it does something very weird in its...
So meanwhile, what we're getting is just sort of a day in the life, right? Yeah. Like, here's what's going on the ship today.
Yeah.
Doctors being
so that when shit starts to go weird, like, you notice it. Yeah. So this is just like
Well, it's also
Beverly's having a day.
setting up everybody. Like, where is everybody on the ship right now?
Physically, where is everyone?
Setting up because where everyone is important.
Yeah.
These two are
These
bitching
two
at
hate
each other.
They're bitching and moaning.
And this episode is proof of the thin line between love and hate.
Yeah.
Because they hate each other because of their baggage.
But that kind of
but once the baggage is gone, they immediately fuck.
Oh, really?
Well, that was a real spoiler.
Sorry.
That was a real spoiler. I was waiting for that to happen to hear her reaction to
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right.
Is that why he sings "Row, row, row your boat" at the end?
So she's like, I'm an iconoclast and I do what I want, but I get results. And he's like, I'm from Starfleet and we do things by the book. Like they're the classic. They've got this classic.
Well, his whole thing is like, look, if you just asked me, I might have said yes.
Right.
But you didn't give me the chance to. You just went ahead and did it on your own because you think you can do whatever
That
the fuck
ship
you
kind of
want.
looks like the Millennium Falcon. Now you're all just waiting to see it.
I know.
wait.
I thought it would be back sooner.
Well, you're gonna make a Millennium Falcon and only put it in one shot? Come on, people.
I really brought the room to
Yeah,
a
that
halt.
did,
So that
bro.
was-
That was some kind
You
Wait
both
for
were.
it.
You both were like
Wait
Pavlov's
for
dogs.
it.
I said Millennium Falcon to you, and you both just went.
That's some kind of like nerd test that we all just failed. Like,
And then I'm like, what's the Millennium Falcon?
You both went. You both just fell
Oh,
asleep.
here it is. Here's
Waiting to see the Millennium
What's
Falcon.
this?
I was ready to. I'm ready to tell you why you're wrong immediately. That's my nerd instinct. It's
Yeah, I was like,
Well,
show
that's
me
your-
this ship and
That's
tell me.
That's
like,
your sub nerd.
Yeah.
Is the always prove somebody wrong version.
yeah, right. It's like, oh, you think that looks like the Millennium Falcon? Let me tell you why
Let
you're
me
wrong.
show you how all the many ways. I have 17 reasons why you're wrong.
Exactly.
So they've been beaten.
They're getting zapped with a thing, you
So
guys.
they've been zapped
I
with a
love
thing.
it immediately goes into a handheld camera so that you get
No,
the idea
something's
that
fucking
like they're disoriented.
It's all
Whoa.
NYPD blue up in here.
Yeah, it is because Star Trek's always like such
Steadicam,
locked
yeah.
down, you know, like
Yeah.
all of this handheld stuff is great and very Star Trek.
This needs some quick cuts.
So what do you think's going on?
Does time travel involved?
No,
They have amnesia.
They've all been there, and they have no idea who they are, or why they're there, or who they are.
Or why their butt feels funny.
Yeah. But not
Why
funny,
is my
haha.
kidney missing? Why am I in a ice cold bathtub?
And who the fuck is this
And who is
guy?
that guy?
Yeah.
Where did that guy come from?
Yeah. Why is he in charge?
I love that camera shot. I have to say, I love that camera shot. Once you know what's going on,
Yeah.
I love that because that is such a great, like, huh? What? Like, and with no dialogue at all, he's just there.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, he's just, what?
And it's great. It's great storytelling. It's great visual storytelling because there's no lines. It's just the camera just pivots and he's standing right there.
Yeah.
So we are watching Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 5, Episode 14, Conundrum. Original air date, February 15th, 1992. When an approaching alien ship wipes their memory, the crew struggles to put back together what happened.
Spoiler alert.
Can I say one quick thing before you say
Sure.
what the IMDb is? I wish that they had changed the opening credits to this episode to have it say, and Joe Blow as
Right.
Commander Kieran McDuff, you know, right there, like before Frakes.
Yeah.
Because that would be like a great little meta
Yep.
joke for the episode. Okay, now go to Aaron.
What do you think the IMDb rating of this episode is,
Sounds
Aaron?
like it's a beloved episode.
I beloved it, but I don't know.
I'll say an 8.3.
Toni Morrison beloved it.
I was going to say 8.3.
Damn it.
I'll say 8.5. I'm gonna go high.
It worked out well for me last time. I'm going to say 8-2.
8-2.
That's an amazing magic trick. Because even if I had cheated and looked it up beforehand, which I swear I didn't, how would I have known what she was going to guess?
Yeah.
I'm fucking David Copperfield over here.
Yeah.
So one of the fun things that this episode has in it.
Oh, well, these are the best two. Who else was on this show? Don't need them.
Yep.
The four of us can do this.
So at some point in time,
All I have to do is guess one below you every time.
We got this.
So this episode won an Emmy for achievement in special effects.
Really?
Yep.
From that hand
I
camera
guess
trick?
for the green beam. I don't know.
No, it's probably when they shoot him at the end.
Yeah, they blow him up. And the other thing that's interesting is at one point in time they find the crew logs.
Yes.
And it shows their birth dates.
Oh, okay.
So Jean-Luc Picard's birth date is July 13th, 2305.
Oh, so this is one of those like core episodes that the nerds who build the timeline use as a way to as a touchstone for everything that comes before and after.
I like that we act like we're above it.
Yeah,
I'm above that, but I like that it exists because I like being able to look up the answer.
Right.
I just don't have the dedication to do the work.
So Data activated February 2nd, 2338.
Yeah.
Geordie LaForge, February 16th, 2336.
Yeah.
Deanna Troi, March 9th, 2336. Beverly Crusher, October 13th, 2334, which means she is 29 years younger than Jean-Luc.
Really?
Yep.
That's doesn't seem
And Ro Laren, January 17th, 2340.
Right, she's the young one.
And then it says that Riker was born in 2335 and Worf in 2340. So Worf is the youngest of all of the
I'd have guessed.
the crew.
That's interesting. They grow fast on Colin R.
So this episode takes place in
Not
23
Colin R. Colin R is
Colligard. It's the so you don't have to
Kronos.
get your Kronos. This episode takes place in 2368, which means that Jean-Luc
I just
Picard.
I just have to say this. I know what Colin R is. It's not what I said it was. I just don't want to get any emails.
Not like anyone listens. Please send us emails. We'd love you to hear your emails.
I'd love to get an email.
Jean-Luc Picard is 62 years old in this episode.
Yeah, and he's younger than that in real life by quite a bit.
He's only in his 40s, right?
Well, I think he was 45 or something when they
So
started.
maybe he's close to 50 now.
Yeah. I think that might be wrong, but it's not wrong by much.
Everyone else is somewhere in their early 30s or their late 20s.
He always looked older. So
Worf is only 28 at this point in time on the show.
Huh. Are you doing this math in your head, or are you reading something that
Well, I'm looking at the dates of. I'm looking at the one date of what this episode
How
is.
good are you at subtraction?
And I'm doing this. I'm pretty good.
All right.
It seems
he's
like
great.
it.
He's very good.
We're gonna,
Everyone agreed. Sean's very good at subtraction.
I'm very
You're
good
good
at.
at
I'm
spitting
very
out
good at
answers.
math. It annoys the hell out of my children.
He's good at like basic numeracy, I would say.
I'm not sure why they put this poor lady in a swimsuit the entire.
Is she like a dancer?
No, it's a swimsuit.
She's been swimming.
She's been
So
cliff
do you want
diving.
a quick? You want a quick?
Click catch me up.
Catch me up. So during the day in the life that started this episode, that lady in the bathing suit was on the holodeck, and she jumped off the cliff or something to go diving and broke her arm. And Beverly said what she always says, which is stop doing dumb things on the holodeck. Like, just because it's a holodeck doesn't mean you can't get hurt. So then they get hit with this beam. They found a ship. The ship hit them with a beam. None of them can remember who they are, including Data, although we haven't seen that yet. But normally in these kinds of episodes, Data's like the only one it doesn't affect. Like the one where they all fell asleep for half an hour and then it turned out Data was lying. But he's affected too. And meanwhile, they don't even know who's in charge.
Right.
And Worf, it's really funny what Worf does, because they're like, well, I have 3 of these things on my neck, and you have 4 of these things on your neck. You're probably the captain. And then Worf goes, hey, look at my fucking sash.
Yeah.
I am wearing a giant sash. I am clearly the captain.
Clearly in charge.
And everyone goes, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. And so now Worf's in charge.
Yeah, finally.
That sash finally pays off.
But the other thing about them all losing their memories is that they have not lost their skills.
Right.
It's part of the plot that they all still know
How to run the
how
ship.
to run the ship.
Yeah.
They just can't remember anything. So this is great. Worf's sitting in Picard's chair.
Sitting at the
and who's that guy?
this guy.
This is that guy.
So there's like, this is the classic of like, I wonder who's the person that did all of this.
Yeah.
Is it the guy that's suddenly out of nowhere is on the ship?
But it could also be, you don't know that, because it also could be an alternate universe or a timeline thingy.
Yes, but at some point in time they say, well, we'll get to it, but at some point in time they say something that is like makes it very clear that of course this is the guy who did it all.
Well, sure, but of course the first thing that everyone says is, who's that guy?
Yeah.
But it could be any number of explanations.
I have to admit, I mean, maybe it was because I was high, it was late, but I was watching this. It took me about halfway through the episode to go, wait, who the fuck is this guy? Where did he come from?
I don't think I realized
like,
it till
it
the end.
sort of blended him in so well that I didn't even think about it.
Okay, well, I will tell you that as a almost 18-year-old in February of 1992, I immediately said, who the fuck is that guy? The second he appeared on screen. It helped if you weren't high and drunk to notice the very Riker-y looking guy that they've hired to play the wrong Riker in this episode. What do we know about this guy?
His name's Wrong Riker.
Ron Riker.
Oh, we need to talk about Don Swayze.
Eric
by the way.
Anderson
Don't let me forget.
is his name. And he's had quite a lengthy career, still acts. He was just in something last year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I could remember where he was from. I know he's in an episode of Quantum Leap.
This is the only thing I can ever remember seeing him in. But a terrific performance, actually. I really think he's very good in this episode, because he's very believable as that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's that?
I love that guy. I love the security guy, the security twink that Riker goes to check on.
Yeah, he's just like, all right, stay in your office.
So what they've done, Aaron and Philippe, is they've managed to open up the radio and tell everybody, stay in your room. We're all confused. We're going to come around and check on you. So now they're checking on on the rest of the crew, but they're super flirty. If you remember how they were at the beginning of the episode where they were fucking screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Now they're hot for each other.
It's all about the fact that once you strip away your baggage,
It just gets down to who wants to fuck who.
this is my favorite part, is that because Data was standing behind the bar at the time it all happened, they just assume he's the bartender.
I like it when she says the bartender is an artificial life form, and Data just bonks up like,
Hello.
That would be a good use for Data.
He'd be an amazing bartender.
He made that special drink.
But his drinks would be technically perfect, but they would lack
flair.
Yeah. It would be
It would have no whoopee juice in it.
It would have no whoop.
Yeah.
No whoop.
And she's realizing that she's got this special power.
Right.
Because she
not
doesn't.
only do I have superpowers, my superpowers are telling me you and I have boned in the past.
Yep. So
this is kind of a sexy episode, really.
it is.
Think about it.
Yeah, their little three-way.
There's a lot of sexual dynamics going on.
So if the other guy's supposed to be kind of like the number one, or they just assume he is, and
Yeah.
Well, they're about to get the
record.
the records, and everyone's going to find out who they are.
And
See, they literally were like, can we find somebody who looks like season 1
Riker.
of Riker? Minus the beard. And they're like, well, that's just what first officers look like in the future.
So here they're going to show.
So here's how they find out who they are.
yeah, and everybody knows.
And meanwhich, Worf's all
He's like,
like,
"Oh, shit.
I'm not the
I'm not the
captain,
captain."
motherfucker.
Oh my god!
But
The
they just
guy's
said
name
he's
is Kieran McDuff, which is basically Irish man.
Yeah.
Kieran McDuff. I wonder what the real actor's name is. Sean, did you say what it was?
Eric Anderson.
Oh,
is
Eric
his name.
Anderson. I wish they had put him into the credits. That would have been a funny joke.
Just bumped him in there. Yeah.
So now everyone's finding out who they
He's
are.
in charge, and so this guy everyone think is the second, that he's got Riker's job.
Yeah, they all think that he's Riker and that Riker is the next one down, like the third person in charge. What I like about this episode, I like a lot of things about this episode. One of the things I like about this episode is that they all kind of immediately fall into their usual positions, right? There's something innately about who they are that they can't help themselves but do.
Right.
So Picard just kind of instinctively takes over. I mean, he lets Worf do it for a little bit, but
You know.
they all are immediately like, oh, I'm an engineer. That makes sense. I like engines and stuff. So there's this sort of ingrained personality part of it that I like. It erases their memories, but not who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that would happen if you guys erased your memory? Do you think you would go on pretty much how you'd gone on before? Or do you think you?
I don't know how you would know, because without your memory, how do you know who you are? That's the problem with the conceit of this episode, is that like they've stripped away their identities, but they still have all of their same personality traits.
Right.
Riker still acts like Riker. You know, he's not Rikering in this episode.
Still has
If anything,
confidence
he's
and bravado.
Rikering
more
than
Yeah,
usual.
he's Riker off the chain.
He's Riker unleashed. His Riker unfurled.
Yeah.
So they've been told. So when they looked in their computer charts, it said that they were at war with these people, and they're like, "Well, we should contact," and that we have this mission to go destroy this base. And they're like, and Troy is like, "This doesn't seem right. We need to get confirmation. We don't know that this is truly what's going on." And the guy that's the XO is like, no, we got to go. It's really important.
Really important.
That
We don't question orders.
This is it's kind of a nature versus nurture argument because they are all still who they are. It's crazy. Like they all have their. Worf's the one who's like, we should blow those fuckers out of here.
Yeah.
So this makes a kind of nature argument that like even without your experiences and your memories,
You'd still be who you are.
you're still the same person. Worf's exactly Worf-like in this episode.
Yeah.
He makes all Worfy decisions.
And then, she's inviting him in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is
Pretty nice.
quarters.
Pretty nice quarters
Yeah.
for the counselor.
Yep.
Hey, bridge crew get it good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
You see them
It's
lower
the-
decks, they just have
They got
little
the
slots
ensuite.
in the wall.
Yeah. She doesn't recognize any of it.
Nah.
I think that's bad writing. I think she should feel a connection to it, right? That's a very Deanna thing.
But she feels connections to people, not necessarily
But
to
she
things.
could be like, I don't know what this is, but I know that I know what it is, you know?
Would she feel that coming off of it?
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's better that she only gets the vibe off of people,
Off of organisms?
not of things.
Yeah.
That's actually probably better. I retract.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah. Look what I do, the Superman curl.
Yeah.
That makes you look even more like Superman.
Rubbing that beard. I'd love to rub that beard.
That is a lush beard.
I wish I could grow a beard like that. I'd be the handsomest man in the world.
Everybody needs to calm down.
Yeah.
What? We need to calm up. You haven't said a word in 30 minutes.
Like,
Wake up.
Keep talking about Riker's beard.
What's wrong with Riker's beard? You're not
Look
a
how
Riker.
nice they are to each other.
Yeah.
They're such sweeties.
yeah.
Deanna is perplexed.
And then look who's in Riker's
Yeah,
quarters.
baby. Oh,
Riker's like, what's this
look, I guess
round oval shape
there it is.
thing?
There's the Hargon.
There's a Jamar Harron.
No, that's the Hargon. That's
Oh,
what you want,
whatever.
Jamaharon.
Why?
It's a It's what?
Hargon.
Horgon.
Hargon or Horgon.
Yeah. You've got
Horgon.
it.
What
Look
about
at that.
Riker's beard?
Look at that
There you
bitch.
go.
Yeah.
I like her red tights.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I live here now.
I figure I spend all my time here. This is what it feels like.
Yeah.
I bet beforehand we boned all the time.
Yeah.
No, she literally is like, we're clearly a thing, so I'm just going to move on up from deck 27 to deck 2.
Moving on up.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, are we going to regret
So
this?
it's not just that they have sex once. They literally are like in a relationship with each other.
Yeah. It doesn't count alternate dimension. Everybody knows
She
that.
just decides.
Doesn't
She's
count.
like, I think we were married before, so I'm going to treat you like we're married now.
Right.
Yeah. The crew manifest said no such thing.
So, does it get awkward after they snap out of it?
It does for
Yes.
him. Yes.
She's cool.
She's
But in
like-
a very fun way.
Yeah. See, this motherfucker sitting in Riker's chair just ain't right.
Mm-hmm. That's where it starts.
I like it. I like it when something ain't right and they got to figure out what's right.
Yeah.
That's a classic Star Trek.
I did like. I just love the them trying to with like you say, without the baggage of memory, the people that you get down to right, just the purest of the people, right? This is exactly how they are,
Yeah.
and the shit that they do when that's the case. Like Riker just becomes the horniest man in the world.
Yeah.
Worf just assumes he's in charge.
Yeah. So, I can either tell you what's happening, or I can give you possum news.
Possum news. Possum news.
How do we vote on
Possum
that?
news.
The news of the possums, please.
Erin,
Yes.
would you like possum news?
I think what's happening and possum news is the same thing.
Let's find out.
Okay. Was that a vote for possum
Yes.
news
Yeah.
or Star Trek?
Possum news. That's what that was.
Possum news.
Okay.
What's going on with the possums?
You know, weirdly, a lot this week. It was kind of surprising.
I'm saying we can just give them possum news and that's their life now because they're a blank slate up there. They
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Headline: The Gadsden Times, Gadsden, Alabama.
Sure.
Weather keeps Sand Mountain Sam the possum from seeing shadow, but event is all about fun. This one's a couple of weeks old. This is a
They have a
This is a town-
possum.
This is a town in Gadsden, Alabama that has Sand Mountain Sam the possum rather than
Puxatawny.
Phil in Philadelphia.
This is the Pepsi to the Coke in terms of
This is the Pepsi
animals
to the Coke.
predicting weather patterns. Okay.
That is correct. And, you know, it was cloudy and rainy that day. So Sandweather Sam did not see the sun. But there was a possum queen, Sardis High School student Morgan Howington.
Congrats.
And her court. Entertainment.
How would you like to be the possum queen?
Bluegrass.
I would love to be the possum queen.
It's all I've ever wanted in my entire life.
Now that I know they exist, I'm going to make it my life's quest.
Bluegrass picking, harmonica and spoons playing, clogging,
Wow.
Yes.
and
It's like a
harmonizing.
cultural
All right.
celebration.
Is this a yearly thing? Do we need
And
to...
a Beverly Hillbillies themed display complete with Jed and Granny.
Oh my God.
I read that off a website. I swear to God, I did not make that up. That is the actual.
We need to go to this next year.
Sand Mountain Sam. Yeah.
Where is
so,
this? Gadsden, Alabama?
Gadsden, Alabama.
Well,
So-
you won't be able to tell them you're gay, but we'll be. Other than that, we'll be fine.
Everything else will be fine.
We're white enough.
We'll blend
Philippe
right
can
in.
blend in as
Yeah.
Puerto Rican, maybe.
I will bring my possum costume.
They're like the fun alt South version of Groundhog Day.
I like it.
Possum
I
Day.
approve.
Possum Day in Gadsden, Alabama.
What day is this? Is it on?
It was February 2nd.
Oh, they
was
do it on the same
Groundhog's
day.
Nice.
Someday,
Possum Day,
someday
you-
we'll call it Possum Day.
Yeah,
Awesome
if
day.
only.
If those folks
Let's
get
start
their-
that right now, right here.
If those folks
We'll
get
start
their
the
wish.
campaign to get it called Possum Day. We're gonna do groundswell, baby.
In Dallas, Texas, a rare Emerson Estates family home on Possum Kingdom Drive is for sale for only $1.099. Now, you all live in Los Angeles and know what $1.1 million can buy you. What do you think it is in Dallas, the suburbs of Dallas?
Like how many square feet?
Yeah.
20,000.
It's it's not that big, but
I'd say
it's
12,000.
it's 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms,
5,000.
and it's
Looks like
real nice looking,
big yard.
and it's only 1.1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh. There are houses on my street that are 1.1, and they're not,
Right.
they're not that nice of a house.
2 bedroom, 1 bath.
So life's good if you're in
Yeah, but you have to live in fucking Texas.
Yeah, you have to live on Possum Kingdom Drive
I mean, that would
specifically.
be
That's a great name.
I would like to live on Possum. I'd be the Possum Queen that lives on Possum Kingdom Drive.
Yeah.
No, I would be that.
Oh my god, you guys would be fighting
Nope,
for
he's
it.
figured out. I play the trombone.
He's like, look at this, bitch. I can play the trombone. Ever heard of Miles Davis? Neither have I. I have no memory, and neither do you.
So I like to go to this place
I
called...
don't even know what this is, but
love
I
that
know how to play
he
it.
says, I'm from somewhere called Alaska, and I go to a place called Risa all the time.
Yeah.
This thing is some kind of sex toy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's my Rufus T. Buford Southern voice all of a sudden.
So he's got a book that has been given to him by her.
Oh, listen here, little lady.
I say.
I say, this book has your name in it. You sure do like to touch my hair.
Oh, they're gonna kiss, but no,
No,
who showed up?
Here comes the missus.
Oh no.
See,
down.
she thinks they're a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. She totally is like, we must have been a thing.
Yeah.
As much as I'm into you, there's no way we wouldn't be. Oh, little.
Yeah, and I do like that they kind of avoid making it that, right? It never becomes Troy versus Roe over fighting over Riker.
It's not a cat fight.
Because that would be gross.
Yeah, no, they never get into that.
It goes the other way, actually. It kind of backfires on Riker. Although it's not his fault.
No, he doesn't know what's going
He
on.
didn't know what was going on. You can't give consent if you don't know what's going on. If you're in a weird time travel, if you're in a weird time travel-y thingy,
So you're
you
saying-
can't be held responsible for what happened.
He was technically raped. I mean,
It's not fair. These are completely imaginary scenarios.
Yeah.
Unfair. Unfair to men. Remember when we tried to make this podcast go hard right pivot?
Sure.
Sean?
Yep.
That didn't stick.
it didn't.
No,
wow.
it's not in us, man.
It's not in me.
Can't sustain
do
it.
It's just not in us.
Oh, you want to hear a slightly kind of sad story?
About
a possum?
It is about possums.
Oh,
It's just a
no.
little bit. This comes from the Florida Sun Sentinel. Once you hear Florida, you're immediately like, no, this ain't gonna end well. I'm gonna give you the gist because the page isn't loading. In Florida, they have a massive overpopulation of snakes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's that show Killing
Pythons, right?
Yeah.
pythons.
Yeah.
It. Yeah, they're not natural. They're pet snakes that have gotten loose in the environment.
Do you know how they're dealing with this?
They have hunting contests,
Well, that might be true.
at least on sitcoms they do.
According to the Sun Sentinel, what scientists have figured out to do, which is incredibly clever, actually, if not, it's kind of mean, but it's clever. They are attaching GPS chips to possums and releasing the possums into the wild.
and
So
then when
the
the
snakes eat the
Because
possum?
pythons eat possums.
Okay.
And once they eat the possum,
They get
the
the-
chip
Stays inside.
stays inside the
geez.
python. So now they know where the fucking pythons are.
They go-
What happens if one python eats two possums?
I
and
don't
it's
know.
got two chips.
Oh my God. All hell breaks loose.
That's going to
That
screw up
was
their
the
numbers.
article. The article was, we are intentionally sacrificing possums to try and deal with this overwhelming
Well,
python
hopefully in the
problem
end
we're
they'll-
having.
They'll control the population, and that'll be better for everybody, right?
Yeah. But some possums have to fight.
I'm sure, yeah. Some possums have to make the ultimate sacrifice.
The possums were not
like
consulted.
They're gonna get eaten if they're out.
Yeah, they're not being handicapped though, right? This tracking device doesn't make them slower and or more delicious or somehow
make them smell like barbecue.
I mean, it makes them slower probably by definition because it's heavy.
Yeah,
so
I
I love the outside looking in on Picard shot.
Yeah.
They don't do that one very often.
No, that's expensive.
But I love how that looks. Staring off into space.
Have you begun and looked at my 3 balls lately?
So anyway, that's what's going on in South Florida.
Yeah.
The pythons. Last one from San Angelo, Texas. Pontius Possum rises from pothole to predict future of College Hill.
Man, they're putting a lot on possums in terms of their predictive capability.
How is this going down?
I really only wanted to say that because I just wanted to say that.
That was great.
That is one of the most insane headlines
Pontius
I've ever heard in my
Possum?
life.
Was that what?
What's College Hills?
Pontius Possum.
Yeah.
So College Hills, I'll give you the short version.
Okay.
College Hills is a development in Texas where they're building McMansions.
Oh.
And there was a huge pothole and a possum fell into it but managed to climb back out. So they started calling him Pontius Possum because he predicted that this long overdue development project would finally be finished.
I want the long version.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I want to know the details.
That's the end of the story.
Yeah. that was the long version.
I like the picture.
Sorry, was that too long?
No,
I didn't
no.
mean to be too long.
That's the possum. Is that the
No, I
possum
want
pictured
more.
there?
That is the
It's him
possum
coming out of the
coming
pothole.
out of the pothole.
He doesn't look like he's predicting success.
Yeah, I like that they turned that into.
They literally are just like, well, he came out. That means it's 6 weeks left.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
That possum's like,
That's funny.
fuck off.
Meanwhile, this is one of those things that's like $40 million over budget.
Is it
It's
one of
never
those
gonna
places where
be
you can get
built.
one of those $1.1 million super houses?
Probably. That's the end of possum news.
That was a really good set.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Some
The tight 15.
We got to make sure we go to Possum Fest or whatever it's called next year.
It looks pretty great.
Gadsden, Alabama.
Yeah, Gadsden.
It seemed quirky.
the possum
in a good
players,
way.
right? They're
No, that's
Well,
completely
they're
different.
in like Connecticut or
Yeah,
something.
they're
aren't
like New Englanders.
I mean, I was gonna be so disappointed, guys. Thank you for telling me, because I was gonna be like, "Where are the possums?"
Hey, I didn't even say it because I didn't think it was interesting, but the possum players are doing Rent.
Oh my god!
Their next show is Rent.
They're fearless. They're absolutely fearless.
Don't you think they must all be like 50?
Right.
And they're like, we should do Rent.
We're bohemians.
Yeah.
We're the Bohemians of Vermont or wherever they are.
Well, you know,
Rhode Island.
When Rent was relevant, they were in their 20s.
I would love to see a cast of 60-year-olds
Do Rent.
in Rent.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you know
I'm
where to
almost
go.
not even kidding because, like, that might actually be good.
Yeah.
You know, it might be weirdly good.
Mm-hmm. I know where you need to go.
Where's that? Oh, it's the Possum Players.
Where's the
Sure.
Boston players? Yeah.
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 I watched the Golden Girls the other day where apparently they're all just for this week only active members of the local community theater.
Oh, yeah.
So they're all putting on a play together.
And they're fighting over the one guy.
Who's like supposed to be like a famous actor.
heartthrob.
And I thought, well, they'll get a famous actor to
No.
play this part. And then he comes in about like 10 minutes into the episode after they've spent all of this time building him up. And I've never seen him
Fictional.
before.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh no,
Yeah.
something's wrong with his insides.
Yeah. They're different. What is going on? Oh, no.
So you guys followed all of that, right? You understand what happened in the episode. I don't need
Are
to
you talking
explain
about the possum that came out of the pothole?
it. Sure.
Yeah, and predicted.
Or whatever happened in this one.
Yeah.
So they all get their memories back. That guy was a faker, and that's all you need to know. And now you're going to see Riker deal with the fallout of having fucked Ensign Rowe.
Mm-hmm. The rowboat? Yeah.
In the rowboat. The rowboat.
That's his nickname for her. It's not good. Nor
That's amazing. You know, you're amazing.
in the worst possible way. So what's he going to feel? Has he got feelings about it?
They don't spend a lot of time on Riker's feelings.
He just looks uncomfortable.
He's just uncomfortable.
He's like, ooh.
Because he's like, oh no, there they are.
Yep.
Bitch 1 and bitch 2.
Yeah.
Bitches be talking.
You have to cut that out. I can't be heard.
Yeah.
It's in the show, man.
Cut it
Sorry.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, we got the
Delete.
Delete. Lady 1 and Lady 2. Is Data still slinging drinks?
No.
No.
That would be fun if he just found.
Wouldn't it be great if he had been the only one who doesn't get cured?
Yeah. And so they
Sound like
completely
us.
He's just the bartender
from the
for
head
the
forward.
rest of the show.
He's such a good bartender.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
He can solve all these
amazing
problems. He's the most
bartender.
underutilized resource.
No. You can't ask him. He's busy. He's making drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't ask him now to solve the quantum filament disruption.
Yeah.
He's making a Bud Light.
Ensign Rose basically like, yeah, I
It was
will
fun for a
always
while.
enjoy our time together.
I like this. I like this a lot because everyone's just like,
Everybody's happy.
everyone's happy, and they're like, yeah. No one's gonna be slut shamed about the fact that you guys had sex. And he literally does a hand on the cheek, like, wah, wah,
Yeah.
right at the end.
I don't know how to feel about this.
I don't know. Am I turned on or am I depressed or both? My Riker is Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
Am I turned on or am I depressed or both?
He went from being
I think I saw-
Foghorn Leghorn to
Look, I
Jimmy
saw
Stewart.
murder across the street.
Drunk Jimmy Stewart. I heard there's across the street.
And Jimmy Stewart was always drunk, famously.
Is that right?
No, I just said that.
Jesus.
I know. I just said that to get out of my own embarrassment.
Sullying the good name of James Stewart.
Gosh.
Well, the episode ended.
Wow.
Wow.
They got their memories back.
Yeah, they sure.
How did they
That
get
was
their
good.
memories back?
I mean,
It was a Star Trek-y thing with
What was the
Beverly.
alien trying to do?
no one knows.
So, no, I know what he was trying to do.
No, I mean,
So his race
I
and
meant
the...
no one cared.
No, there you go.
Say it.
His race and the people that he was having them go after have been in a war for a long time. But they're technologically, weapon-wise, way beneath the Enterprise. So he confiscated the Enterprise to go destroy his enemy, essentially.
This is the part that makes zero sense.
Was he successful?
No. Because they were like, these people...
Well, kind of.
I mean,
Picard,
blew up
a whole ship full of people.
Yeah, but they didn't blow up the big space station.
A little bit at the end.
Yeah.
They basically realized that something was wrong because they're like, why would they send us? Why are we at war with these people that are way technologically less advanced than we are?
They were overpowered.
It made no sense to them, so they figured out that something was
After they
on.
killed 53 people, they were yeah. And they don't really reflect on it.
The real problem is that it doesn't make any sense that if you had the power to take over people's minds and erase their memories, essentially, you would not have the same power imbalance. It's like you use sticks and stones to make food.
Yeah.
But you also have a nuclear weapon.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense that they would be able to do that.
Yeah, they try to hand wave it, but it doesn't make any sense.
We don't have guns, but we can erase your memories and rewrite your computer programs for you
instantaneously.
Well, I would like to talk about the Mandrell sisters.
They're back.
Naturally.
I'm going to save that because we're probably done.
Yeah, we can end the show.
One of them's going to be joining us next time, right?
That's the tease for next week. Will it be... Can you name the 3 Mandrell sisters? Will it? Which one will join us this week? I dare you to name them.
It's not. It's too. We're not going to get Barbara.
Yeah, no way. We can
Barbara's off the table.
Off the table
from the very beginning.
Yeah.
How dare you even ask?
Was there a Dee Dee? No.
I better look it up.
So we
No,
are.
I can think of 2. I just can't think of the third one.
Is there a Deborah?
It's Barbara. You're right about Barbara.
God, I hope we knew that one.
Yeah. And I can think of the second one. I just can't think of the third one.
Lorraine.
No, but it starts with an L. This is like the box office game.
Laura?
No. Lucy.
So Barbara, let me see if I can help you. Barbara was the older statesman, right? She was like the sophisticated one. Then there was the dark-haired, because Barbara was blonde. She had a younger sister who was dark-haired,
right?
Who was the sophisticated one. She was the smart one.
Yeah.
In the sketches.
Yeah.
And then the youngest one, who was blonde like Barbara,
who was sort of ditzy,
was the ditzy,
classic ditzy
she
blonde.
was the Suzanne Summers.
Right.
It was Suzanne and Chrissy, and then Jack was Barbara.
Got it.
Did that help at all?
With coming up with their names? No. Is it Suzanne?
No. The middle brunette, who was the smart one, her name was Louise Mandrell. And the dumb blonde was Earlene Mandrell. Earlene. Yeah.
That with an E.
feminization of
Irlene. Earlene.
So they just were trying to say Eileen, and it just got mixed up in the translation.
A pirate got in.
It was a southern accent kind of thing. Her name is Arlene.
Well, they were all southern.
The doctor was like, I-R? Is there an R in Eileen? I don't know.
The the Barbara Mandrell sisters show also featured the Croft puppets and would have kept running, except Barbara was like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. Because it was a big hit before they canceled it.
How long did it run for?
2 years.
That's
one
all.
Season. One
God, it
season.
seems like that show was on forever.
I know.
It's just they just ran it over and over.
It was
again.
always on.
You just saw the same one 100 times and didn't realize you had seen the same one.
Wrap it up.
Oh, I thought we were done.
But that
What's next week?
It's called Power Play.
Inhabited by alien
a Data
spirits.
and Troy joint.
Overthrow the bridge?
They get possessed.
Cool.
It's a
Become
possessed
terrorists.
one. Thank you for listening. Go to iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts to rate, review, and subscribe.
Thank you to our newest subscriber on Podchaser.
Yes.
We appreciate the subscription.
Yes. At what point do you have too many listeners to individually thank?
We're so far from that.
At what point, there's got to be a number, right, where you're like, I can't do this anymore.
No, yeah.
I'll say 470.
If we're getting like 10 a week, then I probably won't thank them individually anymore.
No, what? Oh, no. You can do 100.
Sean likes
100
to
a week.
keep expectations low.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't do more than 10. All right. Well,
And
space is limited.
yeah, start now.
Yeah.
I guess.
Get in on the ground floor, folks.
Yeah, you want that personal recognition.
I'm not gonna do the rest. I don't care.
All right. Sounds good. Call it out.
My name is Matt.
I'm Sean.
Philippe.
Aaron.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.